New at noon. We first told you on Monday, and this morning, Donna Shalala has made it official in a video. The former UN president and member of the Clinton administration says she is seeking the congressional seat being vacated by Ileana Ros-Lehtinen.
Running for Congress was never in my plans, but now I realize that everything we fought for is at risk. That's why today I'm here to tell you I'm in 100%. And I'm asking for your support.
Donna Shalala is 77 years old. She enters a field of at least 6 other candidates who will face off in the Democratic primary. Now, before her announcement, Shalala sat down with our own Jim DeFede for an exclusive interview. And Jim, what did she talk about?
You know, Elliot, her interest in running to replace Congresswoman Ileana Ros-Lehtinen was really no surprise this morning. But when we sat down, I asked her the same question all candidates have to answer. Why is she running?
You know, I woke up one morning and I turned on the news and I thought, we've got to do something, and do something serious.
For Donna Shalala, the former University of Miami president and Health and Human Services secretary under Bill Clinton, that something serious is running for the congressional seat being vacated by Ileana Ros-Lehtinen.
We're facing the test of who we are. It's so fundamental. It really is about the character of the country and how we treat each other and how we're seen by the rest of the world.
With Ros-Lehtinen out of Congress, Democrats see this as an easy seat to win. Hillary Clinton won the district by 20 points. And because of that, Shalala enters an already crowded field with 6 other Democrats vying to be the Democratic nominee.
I think I'm the strongest candidate. I think I can serve the people of Miami. I think I could hit the ground running going to Washington. I know something about Washington. I certainly know the issues and the issues the people in this community care about.
She said she wants to increase federal funding for education.
Everything that the Trump administration has done is to take resources away from our public schools.
She also wants to increase funding for health care and to make sure the most vulnerable are protected.
Who ever heard of a president that wanted to cut food stamps or Medicaid, or a political party that wanted to cut Medicare? What I want to make sure, which our governor seems to forget, is that we pay taxes to Washington. We ought to get our fair share back.
Immigration reform, she says, is a personal matter for her.
My grandmother actually got turned away at Ellis Island. She came around and snuck across the Mexican border. My Lebanese grandmother. We have a large number of people in this country that have no chance of getting citizenship, and we have to find a pathway.
So the roughly estimates are 12 million people.
About 12 million people.
You would find a way for a path
Absolutely.
for all 12 million to become U.S. citizens.
Absolutely.
A poll commissioned by Shalala shows she has strong name recognition and is well ahead of her opponents. But she is not without potential problems. In 2006, the janitors at UM attempted to unionize. A well-publicized hunger strike ensued as Shalala was slow to address the problem.
Well, I've always been on the side of the janitors, and I've always been on the side of the workers at the university, and you can ask any one of them whether I've always been on their side. That it took too long, admittedly.
Her ties to Bill and Hillary Clinton will make her a lightning rod for conservatives across the country as well, and could help her opponents raise money against her. Her response?
Bring it on. They've been friends of mine before they were married, by the way. I don't need the Clinton machine. I'm very proud of my relationship with them. I think the Clinton Foundation is extraordinary. I'm going to use the Shalala machine. I know thousands of people in this district. Most of them are quite young because they graduated from the University of Miami.
Now, she also told me she would vote to impeach Donald Trump, given the chance in Congress.
Jim, I'm wondering, did you ask her about the Me Too movement and her support of Bill Clinton during the whole Monica Lewinsky incident?
This was an area that we talked about at length, actually, because obviously she says the Me Too movement is a transformational moment in history. It's one of the truly great movements for women. But then I asked her, I said, whether or not she believes that her support for Bill Clinton, she stayed, she was in the cabinet, and she did not resign over the Bill Clinton thing. And I asked her, did she think that Bill Clinton, in hindsight, should have resigned himself? And she said, said no. She supported him. I asked again if whether or not she thought that this was going to make it hard for her to criticize Donald Trump for his indiscretions, and she said absolutely not. But it shows you that there is certainly issues that she's going to have to address. She may easily win this seat, and she could. But still, the question is whether or not she'll be damaged in the process.
She's never shied away from a fight, that's for sure.
For sure.
Jim, thanks a lot.